Southbank's a pretty big place. What's your favourite place in Southbank?
Oh, I love Clem Jones Promenade. I think that proximity to water, the shade, the view across to the CBD, the breeze, to me it encapsulates many of the great qualities of what good urban places should be about. It's made the best possible use of its riverfront location. It's very generous in its proportions. It's a very flexible space. You know, when we have River Fire Night, we have 100,000 people in our park, many of them on that promenade, using it in a very public way, as a piece of public stage, in fact. So it's a very adaptable space, but at times you can have it all to yourself. So I love its moods. I love its ability to able to support that different use, back to those principles I was talking about. If I was being critical of it, perhaps people are a bit too far away from the water. That's why we're thinking about the way in which we can actually get people to literally be able to touch the water in some of our new projects that are coming forward.
It certainly sets a high benchmark for engagement of the river and the rest of the city, doesn't it? I mean, one of the amazing things about it is being able to be so close to the river, which is not so easy in other parts of the city.
No, and I think that's disappointing, and I think it's something that Brisbane can focus on. We are a river city. Brisbane markets itself as a river city. When you think about other great river cities around the world, and I've been to some of them, one I can think of straight away, Paris or Lyon in France, for example, in that country, where those cities, albeit with a great tradition behind them of many centuries of development, but have understood that fundamentally people gravitate towards water, and people's engagement with water, the way the land-water interface is actually dealt with as a piece of public space, is handled really, really well. And we seem to be building more bridges in Brisbane, but I think the greater challenge is not just to get people across the water, is to get people down to the water in a way which is conducive to seeing the river as this great public space that we've not really well utilised at the moment. So it's something that Southbank Corporation is really focusing on, that we want to make better use of our waterfront, just in the same way as, say, Sydney Harbour or even more recently the Yarra River in Melbourne. Perth is now looking at the Swan River in a different way. Access to waterfronts represent fantastic opportunities for cities, and Brisbane could do a lot better in that area.